guys one of my favorite kitchen knife edges. It's just going to be a 400 to 1000 grit to a strop right here using the 91 Professionals. I got a just your basic Tojiro VG-10 stamp blade, and it's still got that great bite that you like for things in the kitchen, yet at the same time you still get a lot of that great finesse. You can always go up to a higher polish, but for something you're always using against a cutting board, this is really awesome. I like that a lot. So let me show you guys how to make this edge. I like this edge a lot. Let's just go ahead and dull that, and then we could feel that that's gone. And we'll just come up over here. I like these stones too. They're splash and go. The 91 Professional stones are pretty dope. So we'll go ahead and show you guys how to make this. So just come into about here. My angles are lower than like a German style knife, but they're not as low as they could be. I can definitely drop the angles lower, but this isn't the most expensive knife, and the VG-10 doesn't have the best heat treatment on this blade, so I don't feel like I can drop it as low as I possibly could, especially on some other knives that I own. But just go ahead and sharpen this guy out, get that damage out of there. Takes a little bit longer when we're so dull like this right here, but let's bang that out real quick. So I can start to feel a burr here. Not so much here. I need to get the burr here. So I need to focus on that area some more. Also at the tip, but I seem to have burr here through here. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Focus more on the heel for these passes. And I'll bring it up and I'll focus more on the tip. There we go. Better burr there. Better burr there. Let's go ahead and show you guys my bevel. So that's off of the 400 grit. You can see the 91 still leave a great finish even for such a low grit like that. Now I'll go ahead and I'll switch sides. Go ahead and dress the surface of the stone here. The stone flattener, stay on top of that. And just switch to the left hand, and here we go. I used to just only sharpen with my right hand, but I think this makes just better edges when I switch to my left hand. It's also just faster. I think it's just overall just a better technique to switch hands. So the burr should bring up quicker on this side. Again, focusing on the heel and the tip, those are kind of tricky areas to make sure you get that burr. Feel it here. Again, the very tip here need a burr. Need a burr here too. So I'll focus on those areas. Yeah, if you don't get that, then over time you just get a really bad curve issue on your knife. Alright. That's better. Bigger. And burr there now as well. Now I'll just clean off the burr, reduce it. Same angle, extremely light pressure. The burr on this VG-10, especially at this lower price point, is a little stubborn on the Tojiro, but these Tojiros take killer edges. Definitely better than anything you can buy at like Fred Meyer and stuff like that, or better than knives you can buy like Henckels and Wusthoffs. I think the VG-10 is just overall superior. Alright. We reduced it enough. Now off this stone you should have a cutting edge. Like it should be able to cut paper like I showed you guys. It's just not, it's not as quiet. It's a lot noisier. But when you move up to your next stone, you should already have a sharp knife from that. And this just enhances it. So move over to this guy. You can see with my setup too, like I have it just set up so I can just go straight to it. I don't need to like switch stones or anything, splash and go stones, so they're super convenient. And I'll move over. I'm still making a burr, but I'm using lighter pressure because we already have a sharp edge. And the burr is going to be finer. Also, the finish is going to be better, and I'm going to have just basically a sharper edge. So this is a Naniwa Professional 1000 grit, and I can feel the burr, it's even. Let me go ahead and wipe this off. I'll show you guys the finish now too. So much brighter finish on the 1000 grit. It's not quite a true mirror. You don't really get a true mirror off that. You really start getting the mirroring effect when you move up to the 3K, but we're not going to be doing that in this video. So now I'll switch to the other side. Get the tip. And that burr should come up much faster on this left side. And it looks like I feel it. We got the burr. So let's go ahead and we'll clean the burr off. We'll move to a strop. Light pressure. Try to do that same angle. If you go higher, you basically take your edge off. If you go too low, you're not going to have any effect on the burr. It's a little tricky. It's trickier than it looks. Even sometimes I have to go back and troubleshoot. I'm no super master knife sharpener. I'm still learning too. There's a lot to it, you know. Alright. Do one last pass. We'll call it good, and we'll try it from here. Let's go ahead and see where I'm at off of the deburring on the stone. There's always going to be a little bit of burr left. That's why we moved the strop. But we're a little bit quieter. Definitely moves through a little bit quicker. I like that. So now we'll move the strop. I'll set my strop here so we can see the stropping. You don't want to get water on your strop though. 1 micron diamond compound on here. Now we'll really try to take off that last bit of burr and really put that nice final touch on the edge. Just try to use light pressure, same angle, just try to clean that edge up. You could also at this point, you could feel it for bite on the fingernail. We'll check it out on the paper again here. Much quieter. See the areas where it's caught right there. Could still probably use some deburring. Not counting passes, but you just kind of go until the burr's gone. But yeah, able to do those cuts right there. That's nice. Probably still a little bit of burr on there. Like I said, the burr's a little stubborn on this knife, but it takes a killer edge. Let's grab another piece of paper here and check and see. Oh yeah, that's where we want it, dude. So that's one of my favorite kitchen knife edges right there. I could definitely do a higher polish, especially on a certain knife, but with this knife, that's one of my favorite edges right there. 400 Chazera Professional, they're just called the Professional Stones, to 1000 grit, to a strop, 1 micron diamond strop. Love it. Later, guys.